Hey guys, I had grew a bunch of herbs in containers and throughout the garden last year, and when I moved I transplanted a lot of that stuff, so I figured I'd give you a little update and show you how it's doing. I think it's May 4th here in southern Michigan, so let's take a look at all these herbs and see if they made it. Actually, this spot, this is something different, but I'll throw it in real quick. This is eroding away, and it's messing with the foundation and stuff on the house. So I planted this area with barberry and a bunch of other herbs, echinacea, skullcap, you name it. Just broadcast everything around. Don't know if it's gonna grow, but it's worth a shot. But here is the stinging nettle that I grew in a container. Transplanted it 100 miles, and look down in there, and sure enough, it's just now starting to grow. Now this tire probably looks kind of funky, but these were laying around the property and I figured I'd put them to use, and I'm using it to help with the erosion of the bank here. Let's go on to another spot. I have to stop real quick and show you this. Growing right between the sidewalk and the foundation of the old playhouse, there's a small trillium, and it's just getting ready to bloom. That's a cool little wildflower, and it's a good sign that the yellow morels are just about ready to start popping through the ground. I grew a bunch of different herbs that were in the mint family, and I decided to put them all in one little flower bed here. Some of these were in containers from last year. If you watch my videos, you should know which is which. And some were growing in my big garden over at the community garden. But this here is broadleaf sage. It's coming back. And all I did for these is I just dug a hole in the ground and threw the plant in it and covered it over with dirt. I was really harsh about it. But everything's doing real good. Sage, lemon balm, oregano, hyssop, and I got 2 little thyme plants that are just getting started. Got a couple more, I think. Now, I'd actually considered transplanting some catnip out here, but the stuff grows like crazy and most people try to get rid of it rather than plant it. And sure enough, there's catnip and several other types of mint that I haven't identified yet growing here already. And right over here is the Comfrey plants that a friend on YouTube gave to me when we went out on a little foraging hike, and it's doing real good. It's starting to take off. I can see though something likes it because it's getting holes ate in the leaves, but this one's doing really well. And then I think there's 2 or 3 kind of crunched in here, and they're taking off nicely. Nice shady spot for the comfrey to grow, and hopefully eventually this whole area will be nothing but comfrey. And of course, it's a good time of year, to get you some wild herbs. Dandelion. These greens are super nutritious, and so is the root. You can dry the leaves and make a tea, and you can do the same thing with the root. It's a good detoxifier after a long winter of eating stuff that's probably not the best for you. We work so hard sometimes to grow these plants, and a lot of times if we just open our eyes, there's a lot of good wild edible and medicinal herbs and such growing right in our backyard. We just need to find them. And here's a good example. This yard is just full of chives. They grow all over just like weeds. Here's some, there's some, There's some over there by the tires that I made into a well, kind of a weak retaining wall. More over here, all through here, chives growing everywhere. Just come out when you're getting ready to make a lunch or whatever and snip some off, and you got fresh chives for your salad or stir fry. But that's it. Just wanted to give an update. You know, it's getting that time of year. Everybody's eager to start gardening. I'm sure a lot of you in the South already have started gardening. We had a long winter and things are slowly coming back and it's starting to green up. So hopefully we'll get to do a lot of gardening this year and have some fun with it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments and support.